morning, Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? My name is Fumidesaluvold. For those of you that are stopping by for the very first time, you're so very welcome indeed. Today's episode is all about fashion. Last week I had asked you, I said to you guys, do you want me to do a kind of celebrity red carpet roundup for the week? And you said, for me, yes, why not? Well, guess what, my darlings? Your wish is my command. And so we have the celebrity red carpet roundup roast. None other than by Fumidesaluvold. Yes, my darlings. And so here we are with the first episode. Things are changing so quickly because we are coming to what we call award season. A lot of red carpet events are coming up now. We're really coming back into the full swing of things. And so it's gotten to that stage where you can't just do every red carpet, but we can get the highlights of the highs and the lows. And so without a beat, let us start. My darlings, we have the beautiful Ciara, and she literally glowed in this gorgeous Hobeka look. It was all about Tommy. She was very angelic in white. She was at the Color Purple World premiere, and I lived for the makeup. And I lived for it because I think 3-4 days ago, she was being celebrated by her husband for her birthday. I think, I'm not so sure. And she had the most awkward eyebrows. But she's expecting, so I pushed it aside. What do I think of this look? I love it. I absolutely love it. She's warm, she's covered up, she's looking gorgeous, she's looking happy. Ciara is one of those girls that really carries pregnancy very well all the way to the 3rd trimester. And I love her here. She's very happy. She's expecting her 4th child sooner than later. And I loved it. I love the cape. I love the trousers. I loved how she bejeweled everything. It matched up. The only itty bitty thing was that Michael Jackson curl, because I just felt as if she's going to come out with a mic, and sing, of which she can. But she looked good. I loved it. I lived for it. Right on behind her, also at the Color Purple World premiere, it was Angela Bassett, and she was wearing Guruva Gupta. This I like. And this goes with the bangs. I love her hair here. I love the bangs here. Is it heavy? Yes. But the dress is off the shoulder. The dress doesn't cover her face. I love all of the rouging in the waist. It is giving me a Grecian fish. Yes, that's what she looks like a beautiful purple fish out of the water, looking absolutely gorgeous. Go right ahead, mama, because I think that Angela's in her 60s now. I mean, I only hope and wish that I could look as fabulous as you do. Moving along to Dominique Fishback. She wore Laquan. No, yes, she did. She wore Laquan Smith to the Color Purple World premiere. This looked like Fashion Nova. That's all I can say. It looked like Fashion Nova or Primark, and that's not fair to say, but if you know what I mean. This Laquan Smith, it doesn't. It just goes to show that, you see, the under boob, the inner boob, sometimes it doesn't translate. It can translate if it is executed properly. But this looked like she was going to the club. It did not look like she was on the red carpet. I did not see much of the makeup. The hair was just so. She could have just really given me, the braids, the cornrows, the dreads. Give me the dreads. But it was just flipped to the side. The hair wasn't brushed up on the sides, nothing. It wasn't giving me anything. No, it really was just giving me cheap. I'm sorry, but it was giving me cheap, Dominique. And I like you. I do like you, but you didn't give me the love. Oprah is coming out here and she's applying maximum pressure on our necks. Whether it's Ozempic, whether it's not Ozempic, I don't care at this point. Girlfriend said the color purple, I'll be ready. Eyes be ready. And girlfriend is fabulous in this beautiful purple Dolce & Gabbana, and the shoes to boot. Yes, Oprah, go right ahead and do your thing. The only thing I will say, Oprah, give us a nice bulb. Give us a glamorous, nice bob. You know why? It will lift your neck and head up. I find you walking like this, and I don't know why you're doing that. And having the hair, which is gorgeous, it's all hers, by the way, just makes your head and neck sink into your shoulders. You've lost the weight. You're looking fabulous. Give it to us. And sometimes it's time to update. I can understand how you might not want to cut the hair, then maybe pull it back or give us a high ponytail. What I'm saying is that bring the neck up and out so that we see you, baby. We see all of your fabulosity and what you're trying to tell us. Then we have Davine Joy Randolph, and she wore custom House of Harry hair, and she was at the Critics' Choice Association celebration of cinema and TV. I lived for it. She looked like a bird. I loved it, and I see where they were going with the shoulder pads, but it was a bit too much. It wasn't necessary, to the point that every time when she put her shoulder up just to give us fabulosity, that shoulder pad went like 4 inches too high, and it just looked as if like a puppet on a string, and she was being pulled up that way. I love the yellow, that kind of rich, lovely mustard yellow, beautiful hair, mwah, makeup, mwah, the detail on the dress, mwah, mwah. I love the fact that it gave her a beautiful waistline, and it really just embraced her curves and her bust. Yes, ma'am, it was fabulous. Just rip out the shoulder pads, or maybe in her case, the shoulder pads were doubled. She didn't need the doubling, she just needed one set of shoulder pads and she was good to go. Pamela Anderson and Stella McCartney at the Fashion Awards here in London, and she went natural-esque. Pamela Anderson, we all know, was the sex kitten for years. You can understand the pressure. I do. To get dressed, hair, makeup, wardrobe, cinched in waist, dieting like crazy, just to have the approval of many, that you look hot, you look sexy. I don't think she has anything to prove. I think she's just giving herself a breather. She's just kind of sort of done. I also feel that she's liberated. I would have loved her in a structured, sharp suit. Not because you're not wearing any makeup that you come up showing they're untidy or casual-esque. I understand the no makeup. Do I think that she's beautiful? Every woman is beautiful. With makeup, without makeup. Every woman is beautiful in her own way. Because I think that the essence of who you are never goes away. You know what I mean? And I think that it's great for her. It is great for her because her journey was terribly restricted. It's a tough call to be a celebrity. It's a tough call. And there is not a single celebrity that has gotten to a certain height and said, ooh, careful what you wish for. I know how many times I want to film, because I film every day. And I have to think of makeup, I have to think of wardrobe, I have to think of hair. It's part of the glamour, it's part of the fantasy, it's part of the entertainment. You have to pick your poisons, and this is what I do. You have to look a certain way for me. If you're going to come out with your bra brand, I mean, you have to wear them too. The body gotta look cute, gotta look hot. It's just got to, because you are selling a brand. And people are brands now. And I think she did that for a long time. I think she did it for a very long time. And she says, I'm going to go out without makeup. It's one thing that I do a lot. If you see when I go to get my hair done, or I'm going for errands, or I'm doing vlogs, very seldom do I have makeup on. This is me. This is who I am. And I just go out and I do what I got to do. It is what it is. So, having said that, good on you. Good on you, Pamela. But dress up and give me sharp. The trousers, everything about this look is nice. It's a Stella McCartney. I love it. I just would have loved it if it was ironed and a little bit more structured, like I said, you know. But I've been seeing you for a minute and I get it, and go right ahead. We have Sheila Atim. And I think this is one of the best dressed I've seen Sheila in ever. She's a tall girl. She's got the bone structure of an angel. I love this on you. And she was wearing Harris Reed. Go right ahead, mama. I live for it. I love the blonde. I love the hair. I love how you changed it up. I love the lip. I love the collarbone. You look gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Law Roach, and he was wearing custom Louis V. And somehow, all I like here are those boots. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Did I like the suit? Yes. I think it was the turtleneck. It was just too much for me personally. I don't know. But everything else I loved. I for sure, I lived and loved those Christian Louboutin boots. They are gorgeous. I would wear them. I would wear this like an over-the-knee boot if they had that. Yes, ma'am. An over-the-knee boot with a 2-inch heel. I would love it. Another man that I loved, and he was the opposite of my darling Law Roach, was Lewis Hamilton, and he wore Wales Burner in all of these shades of cream, and it was nice. It was very nice. You can miss me with the necklace. I think it was too much, but everything else was gorgeous. The coat, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Loved it. We have Normani, and she was wearing Dilara Fandi Kojlu, and she wore this to the Elle Women in Hollywood celebration. The leather was a bad mama jamma. Bad mama jamma. I lived for it, with the cone bust line, with the zip going up and down. Everything was fabulous. I think for me, and I don't know what it is, I think she came off gorgeous. And this was something that Pamela Anderson would wear back in the day, with the tight pants. I wish it came with a boot. For some reason, this had to finish off with a thigh-high boot. Then this would have given me all kinds of life. This would have been fabulous with the boots that Law Roach was wearing. And I would have lived. I would have lived for it. Having said that, it was gorgeous. Kerry Washington wore Ralph Lauren. And she just looked as if she was going to her crochet group. Like she was going to the group that they crochet together. Have you done the table mat? Have you done this? Have you finished that? That's what she looked like. I just didn't care for it in this essence. I think I would have loved it if she just threw away the crochet tablecloth and gone with the blouse, belt, trousers with the clutch. I would have loved it. Black on, black on, black on, and just keep it trucking. 100%. But, you know, tassels and everything, it just looked like she was going to a crochet group. I promise you. Tell me if you feel different in the comment section. But that's how I saw it. Andra Day. She wore Rahul Mishra for the color purple. As soon as I saw her, I thought Peter Pan. I just thought Peter Pan. And it was the leggings for me. I almost thought she would fly off. I almost thought that she would be part of the act on the red carpet, and up she went into the sky. Tinkerbell, Peter Pan. That's what this gave me. This would have been beautiful if she wore a maxi length skirt in black. It would have set this off to glamour. And you see where the flower is cinched in a little bit in the waist with a big jewel right there. Then this would have been fabulous. But here it gave me Tinkerbell. It gave me Tinkerbell. It gave me Peter Pan. And I wasn't for it. Let me see the shoes. Absolutely not. Jennifer Lopez. And she was wearing Grecian official. And she was at the Elle Women in Hollywood Awards. JLo has worn this designer before, and she looked nauseous in it. She looked absolutely fabulous in it. I love JLo, and I love me a little sexy. I do. I really, really do. I think, okay, all right, this is much more flattering, would have been much more flattering on Sheila Atim because of height. JLo isn't tall, and her torso is, well, it can't be long because she's a petite woman. I would have loved this to really show the torso. Again, you know, like I said, this would have been absolutely fabulous on Sheila Atim. I didn't care for the underboob. I didn't care for it. If there was no underboob where it was really covered, I would have respected it more. She was being awarded, it was inappropriate because if you stand on stage, you know, we can really see you from under because you're above us. So I didn't live for that at all. I don't care for all of this kissy face on the red carpet. She does that a lot with Ben. It's not necessary, Jennifer. We know that you are married. You know, it's for you to know that you have a marriage. I don't understand why you're kissing on the red carpet. Focus on your marriage as opposed to the marriage you're trying to show off on social media. You got it backwards. Maybe that way you will have this long-lasting marriage that you wish for, because I know Jennifer always has that fantasy in her head about love. You know, marriage is hard work. You work at it. And Ben is forever looking miserable. Ever looking miserable. I don't get it. So that's that. I just wish that she had not worn this. Wear it for a photo shoot, for a magazine cover, editorial. But to come out here in real life wasn't necessary. You don't have anything to prove. You've got a fabulous figure to boot. You are gorgeous, Jennifer. You will always be in my eyes. And you are a fashion icon. You are. You really do give us some looks. But this was not a favorite. I liked it. I like the outfit. I just don't like it on you. And I didn't like that you wore it to an awards where you were being awarded. That was not the place. You know, that's how I look at it. So yes, my darlings, you let me know what you think down below. And this is our first celebrity red carpet fashion roast. Do we live, do we love? Don't forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, my darlings, and I will see you I will see you sooner than later. All of my love. What am I wearing? I am wearing a fabulous Nigerian designer, and I will put the link down below. Okay? Kisses. Mwah.